Hey, Jarhead, I did the things you wanted.
Did you retrieve the technologies yet? We need them, as I have indicated.
Truthfully, I forget what you wanted, but I think I got everything. Um. Hmm. No doubt there's much you could share with me.
Why, yes. We are filled with the knowledge you speak of. If you wish to know more, simply ask the others. They can help you.
Okay. I guess we could do that before we tell him we have the stuff. Let's go talk to everyone. Right? Yeah. Start over here. This guy. Okay, I can't understand you. What was that? Did something happen to your voice module? That's too bad or too good. I don't know. Yes. Is that a yes, or is a no, or a yes no? Pretty sure you can understand me. So you know. Do you know anything about Dr. Mobius or the Forbidden Zone? Okay. Calm down. I didn't mean to alarm you. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go. Yeah, you too. This person. Come on, clearly you guys speak.
The lobotomite animal before me. What other terrifying terrors will plague us in our quest for knowledge? Communists? Communist animals, perhaps? Be warned. Attempt to propaganda me. I will shriek as a frightened babe, calling loyal cyber dogs to my aid. Do you comprehend, commie animal?
Man, you sound like a Mr. Gutsy from, you know, out there in the waste. You certainly like, communism, huh? Are you always this dramatic?
Drama? There is no drama in science. As I learned in high school, science is an intellectual pursuit devoid of bestial emotions. Unless, of course, you are a communist. Like Betsy Bright, who sat next to me in math, and her smoking Confederate Richie Marcus.
Richie Marcus.
As I learned in my high school, American High, AHS, drama is for movies, things of fiction. Here in the think tank, the only star is science.
Ooh. Hey, I've encountered, I'm so sorry, but if I don't remember its name, clearly it wasn't that important.
So, you
Oh,
put
Gabe.
down Gabe. Thank you. A scamp, but really, his highly augmented combat programming could have proved meddlesome. In any event, thank you for putting him down. One less test subject to catalog and sort. Clearly a failure of Doggy's cybo-engineering.
Do you think I should tell him I wasn't the one that killed him? Nah, I don't think I will. Alright, let's talk to these last two people and then I guess we'll get going. Who are you?
You are an unusual specimen to so boldly walk into the mighty expanse of the think tank, fearless and proud as a teddy bear.
What?
Between the extraction of their higher reasoning abilities and urination-inducing fear, most lobotomites dare not approach us, let alone speak to us. Yet you have no such fear. Facing me, epidermis flushed with blood, plasma running molten beneath, your face contorting with muscular expression. Will you indulge me? Say a few words. Face towards the monitors, please, so that I might record it for further examination.
For further... Okay, you know, the quick scribe jumped over to Lazy Paladin.
Yes, go on. Seeing your lips and mouth forming words, both revolting and somehow... How does it feel to have the flesh roll around in your mouth like that? To control each muscle and the tongue. Like having a fish or extremely dexterous slug lolling and flopping in one's mouthal cavity.
I'm feeling really weird. Oh, I could do this, but my perception's low. I feel strange, yet peaceful.
It is the pacification field emitters that are broadcasting into the emptiness of your skull. Without a brain, your aggression is suppressed in here.
Okay, you know, I think I'm gonna leave.
Until our next interaction, my intriguing little lobotomite.
Yeah, remind me to stay away from you. Alright,
Stop.
Dr. O.
Breaking news! Talking lobotomite arrives in think tank. Its purpose, unknown. Undefinable. Its presence here, impossible.
Dr. Zero, huh?
Oh? Oh, yes. I'm not going to bother correcting you. At least you got the doctor part correct. I can be grateful for that, at least. Stop the presses! Just in from my eye monitors. Is that Rob Kotek on your arm? It is! What's your agenda bringing that in here?
What, my Pip-Boy?
How dare you bring Rob Kotek in here? What are you showing off? How great Robert House and his big company are?
Oh, we can make Securitrons better than any robot those geniuses at Big Mountain can make, and they'll last 1,000 years.
You're lucky I don't have hands to tear that dip boy off your arm, or feet to stomp on its stupid metal guts. Ugh. Damn Robco.
I don't think I'll worry you by telling you what Mr. House and his robots have been up to.
Worry about House? Why would I do this? Hope he died alone in a dingy room, streaming his last remaining bodily fluids into jars. And him and his dirty girl bots. Don't even get me started on those filthy biological catcher's mitts.
Well, you'll be happy to know there's a war going on outside this crater. You know, some crazy football players dressed up in red and thinking they're Romans, and then some, you know, new formed government of California fighting over a piece of cement that's blocking water. Yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it. Oh yeah, I mean you got the Mr. House thing correctly, you know, I mean he's hooked up the tubes. I don't know necessarily into jars, but you know, he's there. Yeah, he's there. Alright, I think I'm done.
Until our next scheduled audio transmission and reception, then.
Yeah, no thank you. I'm never talking to you again. Alright, who am I missing? Oh, that's what that is. Okay, we're just gonna continue with the main story.
Did you retrieve the technologies yet? We need
Yeah.
them, as I have indicated.
Yeah, I've got him.
What? You did? Your survival, let alone success, barely registered in my projections. Now, all I need to do is check my transmission databank. Mobius is always filling it up with his psychotic calls. Oh yes, there's the schematics, just like you said. How truthful.
Do these technologies have the information you need?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
I don't think he knows what he's doing. Your answer isn't filling me with confidence.
No. I mean, yes. You just need to analyze these technologies for a moment. They are extremely advanced, you know?
Yeah. I'm gonna advance my boot into your voice module if you don't give me the solid data.
I know how these technologies work. Of course I know. If you remember, we described them in clearly abstract, contradictory statements before. Why would we do that if we weren't certain on
I don't think you did.
how to use them? Yes. So let me... a bit, huh? I'll figure it out.
Yeah, man, you just take your time. You want my help? Cause I'm pretty smart. Well, you see, look at the antenna focusing brainwave patterns, right?
Yes, that's what I believe I said.
Oh yeah, and the suit's cardiac regulator, huh? Sonic frequency, spinal vibrator.
I've got it. The cardiac regulator in the suit, the antenna for brain waves, and the sonic frequency for the vertebral nerves.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll wait for you.
I'm thinking. This is all very complicated. Let me check something. Of course. I have it. The override sequence to open the Forbidden Zone door is hidden in the schematics. Well, not hidden. It's actually right there, behind the programming equivalent of coffee stains. It's embedded in what seems to be recursive code. It's badly commented there and there. Oh, and null pointers very sloppy, Mobius. You see, using the antenna to boost the emitter's sonic frequency and the stealth suit to bypass the Forbidden Zone lock, yes, that could work. Was that my plan? It must have been. Sometimes I truly surprise myself. The door is open, and now Mobius will get his.
Cool. Don't these items seem more biologically focused?
Biological? Ridiculous. I mean, technically, these items could all be used to put you back together once you had your brain.
What?
But for now, they can be used in the name of aggression. The door should be unsealed. Now, instead of being subjected to threats, we can now send an equally threatening message to Mobius. And that message is science. Deliver this message, and Big Mountain shall be freed from Mobius's reign of terror. You can go now. That's your cue.
Oh. Don't worry, man. I'll go smash his brain jar and play soccer with his brain. That sounds horrible. Alright. I guess we can just get going. Right? Yeah. Alright. This is the place. Oh, there's somebody here.
Time to fight.
Ooh! What? Look at this! This is... Oh! Get away! Don't touch me! Don't touch me! Stop! Ooh, ooh, don't touch me. Stun him. Stun him. Get paralyzed. Stop. I'm hitting you right in your sensors. Bro, what are you made out of?
Have a stim pack.
Thanks. Oh my god, there's more. Ooh. Ooh. Man, you suck. Can't even hit me. What a loser. I do this in the name of science. Don't get mad. Give me this stuff. Wasn't there like another one? I don't know where he is. Oh, there he is. Is that your brother? Yo, did he... No. There's no way. Did he repair him? There's no way. Where's my one gun? Here it is. Oh, yeah, look at that damage. Oh, that's amazing.
This will keep you on your feet.
Look at him, he's running. He's running. Come back. I'm not done with you. Sir?
No one has ever been as unnoticed as me.
Hey, I feel that suit. I feel that. Oh my, come on. Can I get a break? Dude, by the time I get in there, I'm gonna be out of ammo. No, screw you. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. Don't follow me.
Cessation of hostilities complete.
Initiate your search and destroy protocol in the name of all that is Mobius!
Mobius! So, I don't know how this is gonna go. I think I can damage it. I think. I don't know. Yeah, here we go. Let's do that. Right? Saves me from using ammo. Yeah, I'll come back. I'll come back and look. Let's get to the other side before my stealth boy wears off. Please don't notice me. Please don't notice me. Please. Oh, I'm waiting for it to turn off, dude. Alright. Hacking. I haven't done this in... yeah, I don't know how long. I didn't mean to click that. Alright. Da-da-da.
Crush them with your pincers!
Oh, I probably shouldn't go out there.
Seeking done. Fighting now. Cessation of hostilities complete. This one looks pretty tough.
Let's see. So his face is technically... oh, no, he doesn't have a face. Oh, this is,
That's all.
please don't notice me.
Uh-oh.
The deadly laser sting! Wow. I hate to break it to you, Mobius, but that was pretty easy. Alright, Dr. Mobius. It's time. Your terror has come to an end. Look at him. He's frantically moving around. Ooh, thanks for the glove, dude. Hey, man. Oh, wait. Oh.
Yo, hello there. You are there, aren't you? Forgive my confusion. So hard to tell these days. You seem familiar somehow. I'm guessing you're here for your brain, perhaps? It's just up there. Such a nice brain, young, very bright. A little hard to see you. Can you walk into my left, right FOV cone? Ah, that's it. You're coming into focus nicely.
Surrender, Mobius. I don't want to fight you.
Oh, well, that's good. Were we supposed to fight? I certainly don't feel violent, but, well, these contraptions make it hard to tell.
I've defeated your your giant robo-scorpion. You're next.
Whoa, did I leave that on? I thought I'd powered it down. Was wondering what was causing the power outages.
You aren't exactly what I was expecting.
Really? That implies preconceived notions, theories, and a hypothesis about this meeting? Please extrapolate. What was I supposed to be like?
Oh,
After all, it might be worth a cognitive realignment if your theoretical Mobius is better than I.
I was expecting you to be more evil. I need my brain back.
Do you? You seem fine without it. And does it even want to go back with you? Maybe you should ask it. It's quite independent, has all manner of opinions. Tell you what, I'll leave it up to your brain. If it wants to go, then fine. If not, well, you should respect its wishes.
Okay, see ya.
Indeed. The goodbye part of our little chat, then. Goodbye. Please mind the equations on the floor.
On the floor. Oh my. Oh my. Dude, I can't even see these. It's so blurry. It's everywhere. Oh my god.
Well, well, look who finally dragged themselves in out of the wasteland. And where have we been, Crawling through pits of radioactive muck again?
This is too weird. Are you my brain?
Ah, lovely. Figured that out, have we? Would you like a cookie?
There's no need to be sarcastic. Meeting your own brain is slightly odd.
Yes, well, believe me, the opposite is equally true. Good Lord, have you bathed at all since they pulled me out of you?
They don't exactly have a shower. Thank you. Yeah, because running around in a crater full of bizarre science equipment and experiments and hygiene is my top priority. Yeah, sure.
Well, I see sarcasm hasn't eluded you. Fine, perhaps now isn't the best time, but it's the principle of the thing.
I'm gonna be real. Why are you such a dick?
Well, that's a fine how do you do. Me, quote, dick, unquote. As if I'm the one responsible for the way you carry on gadding about the wastes. I'm not the one that makes us clamber around Technus-infested ancient vaults or go charging off to New Vegas on missions of ill-conceived revenge. And have we forgotten who got us shot in the head and buried in a shallow grave? Do you think I enjoyed that little moment?
Oh, come on. You know that stuff was fun.
Fun? Fun? Is tetanus fun? Is rickets? What about sepsis, huh? Enjoy that, do we? The things you do with our body are suicidally dangerous, and if you could silence your glandular impulses, you would hear me screaming at you!
Don't you want to be reunited? I thought you'd be happy.
I'm not going to lie to you. The prospect is definitely not that appealing. Look at it from my perspective. Here I have peace, quiet, and safety. Well, barring the odd rogue scorpion. In your head, I've got poison, radiation, grisly injuries, and biological functions. Do you know how much more you can get done when you're not constantly looking for places to urinate? It's quite a lot, I can tell you.
Okay. What about the good things? What about a cool breeze on your cheek? The smell of food? Love? The wish for nuclear winter in the Mojave wasteland? Killing the guy that shot you in the face, which hasn't happened yet, but will. I don't know. Meeting friends along the way, helping Boone take down who killed his wife, and helping super mutants in a resort up in the mountains. I mean, I can go on. Going to a bizarre place in the craters of the Great Divine. Stopping a madman who thinks it's a good idea to blow up half of the Mojave again with nukes. I mean, there's a lot of things, crazy drug people, and, crazy geckos, and the occasional drug addict that we run into on the streets of the outskirts of, Freeside.
Overrated biological feedback. Believe me, you only feel that way because you've got all that meat oozing hormones.
Oh, why are you so difficult? Isn't it just as true? You only feel this way because you're lacking those hormones. Hit you with that.
I suppose you're right. That does call certain assumptions into question, doesn't it?
Yeah, it should. You can't feel what I feel, and I can't think the way you think.
Indeed. Quite the conundrum. How do you suppose we resolve it?
Simple. You get back in my head, you help me, I help you.
I suppose there might be some advantage to that, yes. There's a chance that the reintegration would create some improved synergy between us.
So what do you say, Brain? Join me for some more wild adventures.
Well, I suppose you've convinced me well enough. I'll rejoin your body if that's your final decision. Unfortunately, before we get to that stage of the proceedings, we have a problem. Even if I could settle myself back in your skull and reconnect all those pesky nerve endings, Dr. Mobius doesn't have the tools here. We would have to make use of Dr. Klein's lab, and I rather doubt the brains are inclined to share.
Why? They promised. They promised to put us back together if I did what they wanted.
And you believe them?
Yeah.
Really? I know you were recently deprived of my fabulous advice, but... Really?
Okay, maybe
Once
now that I
I'm
think
delivered
about
into
it.
their clutches, they'll find a way past the radar fence and the whole Mojave will be their playground. And that is assuming, of course, that one of them doesn't take a fancy to our body and decide to slip his own brain into it instead.
That doesn't sound good. You're a part of me. I know you don't want to let that happen any more than I do.
Well, I suppose I do miss those endorphin rushes when we save the day. All right, what's the plan?
If the think tank won't hold up their bargain, we'll make them.
Right. Look out, think tank. This brain is coming out of its jar.
Yeah!
I suppose now that we're reunited, you'll want to fill your torso up with those other meaty parts the think tank took from us. Personally, I think your upgrades are quite a bit better. But now that I'm with you, the Sync's autodock can plug them back in no problem. Right then, off we go. Klein will be in for a nasty shock when he realizes the pacification field won't work on a mind and body reunited.
Sweet. How you gonna get back? All right.
You require some additional services?
Yeah. Can you put my brain back in my head?
And rightly so.
How do I do that? Swap body parts. No. Wait, why is it telling me I can talk to him then? Optional. Oh, that's for like my heart and stuff.
You require some additional...
I guess I could. Mainly the... Oh.
You require some additional services?
Yeah, mainly... the spine. Because I get more strength. Which is nice. Because now I can carry more stuff and take more damage. Right? I'm at 300 now.
Wait, is that penguins?
I don't know, dude. Alright. Let's go talk to the jars. Make sure I'm prepared to finish it. I am. Hey, remember me?
The lobotomite returns. Our lobotomite. Has Dr. Mobius been denominated into scrap metal and voice module parts, as we hoped?
Found my brain. And now you and I are gonna settle things.
I recommend watching your tone with me, lobotomite. Now, your brain. Hand it over, or we'll extract it again.
You're not touching my brain. I'm not handing my brain over. There's some things we should discuss.
And what could we possibly have to speak about? You have the brain, we have the technology. All you must do is surrender. With it, we can finally leave this place. I cannot tell you how boring this place gets, chopping up the landscape and everything in it. And we have so many questions to ask your brain first. About this Mojave place. A fertile testing ground for our experiments.
Check this. You think I'm a lobotomite? No, I am Mobius.
That is the most insane thing I've ever heard. There's no way Mobius would condescend to step inside you. Besides, there's no way such a thing could be accomplished. It's impossible.
Nothing is impossible for science. Mesons, lasers, atoms, brainwaves, all are at my command. Should I do that? Yeah.
You speak the truth. And the decibel variation in your voice, it is Mobius. How dare you breach the think tank? And what do you want here?
I offer you a deal. Stay here, stay put, and I'll let you live.
That's no deal at all. There's a whole world beyond the crater, filled with ideas and possibilities. We could have escaped, seen it all for ourselves, tested it, prodded at it, made it squirm.
I'll permit you to do this for me.
Partner with you? My foe? My rival? My foremost critic? I have a strange sensation that I would like that. How odd. Very well, partner. The think tank is at your service as long as you do not destroy us.
Wow, well that was easy. We did it. We're going home.
As it had been in the years before the Great War, Big Mountain, the Big Empty, became home to one of the brightest minds of the 23rd century. The Courier watched over the Big Empty for years to come, caring for it and keeping its discoveries safe until they were needed to help others. Which had always been Big Mountain's purpose. Past the laboratories and science, it had always been intended as a place to build the future of all mankind.
The courier had scoured much of the Big Empty, although secrets still remained in the crater's depths. Perhaps that was for the best, however. Curiosity, while sometimes rewarded for its efforts, often proves to be equally dangerous.
Dr. Mobius continued his research undisturbed in the Forbidden Zone. As much as he had attempted to create better scorpions, he tried the same with humanity, with considerably less success. These failures didn't bother him overmuch. Once the rush of mentats wore off, he forgot he had failed in any event. After all, the bright young mind who had come to visit him in the Forbidden Zone had already exceeded his expectations.
The sink atop the dome bustled with the voices of a small town, constantly chirping, arguing, and snarling at each other. Still, this all happened productively in the interests of its new owner. The Sync Central Intelligence Unit discovered, despite its inversion code, it was comforted by the sense of community the other personalities gave it.
The Biological Research Station, obsessed with seeding everything in sight, requested a transfer to the X-22 Botanical Garden, so that it might, in its own words, sensually fertilize the garden's smooth contours. The garden sent back a polite refusal, saying it had prior commitments with a vault it had helped infect before the war.
The book-chute continued to devour all seditious materials until it nearly choked on a paperclip. It adamantly maintained it was a Chinese paperclip, and the whole thing had been an elaborately orchestrated assassination attempt. Whatever the reason, it slowed down for a while, carefully appraising each document and clipboard that came to it.
The light switches continued to bicker and flicker.
This persisted until the day someone dropped a flashlight in the sink, and the two of them united in their hatred of the Showboat. One of them eventually transferred to the Lightwave Dynamics plant and began a long, unrequited affair with one of the holograms.
The sink continued to ruthlessly scrub any particulate matter that came near it. Eventually, it gained access to the magnetohydraulics plant and nearly flooded all the Big Empty in an attempt to scrub the crater clean. Once it learned of the innovative toxins plant, however, it gained new purpose. It sought to develop antitoxins to flush into its drains and counteract the poisons bleeding into the soil.
The toaster continued its psychotic spree, reducing all appliances in range to scrap electronics and spare parts. After one of its more psychotic episodes, however, the other Sync personalities decided enough was enough and dumped the toaster in a bathtub. Sparking and hissing, the toaster swore its enemies would rue the day when they had bread and no way to toast it.
Muggy did his best to collect coffee cups, although in his quest, he accidentally trapped himself in Higgs Village. It might have been the end for poor Muggy. Except, he found it peaceful there, tidying up the kitchens of the think tank professors back when they had been flesh and bone. Well, except for Dr. O, who was an asshole for having created Muggy in the first place. Muggy left O's house deliberately dirty, punishing the dishes and cups that lived there in blind revenge for serving Dr. O.
Blind-eyed old Jefferson eventually discovered a new sound. Silence. It only made him more filled with the blues than before. It was rumored by the other personalities that he had a brief fling with the light switches. Although he forgot their names much too often and was soon left in the dark as punishment.
Autodoc, always gentle and methodical, kept sewing up the courier in all the right places when the skin split open from repeated wear and tear. The Autodoc was just glad to have purpose again. It heard its simpler brothers and sisters who got shipped to the Sierra Madre were bored out of their skulls in that toxic dead city. In time, the Autodoc found a way to deactivate the Y-17 trauma harnesses, releasing the corpses they had held prisoner for almost 200 years.
As the courier ran through the X-8 facility multiple times, the computers analyzed the test subject's movements. Rather than performing a superficial observation, they realized the subject barely knew what communism was, or even what a high school was. This confused them for a time, until the facility finally realized that its research had succeeded. So it let its cyber dogs out into the wastes to help protect small communities from physical aggression rather than communist propaganda.
The infiltration program in X-13 continued to scan for the subject and the stealth suit prototype long after the test was over. Frustrated and unable to find its lost technology, X-13 expanded its network of laser tripwires, sensors, and robo-brains out across Big Mountain. This glittering blue light beam forest cleanly bisected anything that entered its depths, slicing them into small segmented parts for easy disposal.
The courier, organs intact, continued onwards, a little less heavy of step, but with all the organs in the right places, as they should be. After all, brains can develop a life of their own when left to their own thoughts, and the courier's brain was more clever than most.
Dr. Klein and the think tank remained alive, unaware of the world outside. They looped through their daily routine, none the wiser about the world beyond, although perhaps wiser was the wrong word. The world outside belonged to the courier, and if anyone would shape it, well, the courier had already called dibs.
There is an expression in the wasteland, old world blues.
It refers to those so obsessed with the past they can't see the present, much less the future, for what it is.
They stare into the what was, eyes like pilot lights, guttering and spent, as the realities of their world continue on around them.
Science is a long, steady progression into the future. What may seem a sudden event often isn't felt for years, even centuries to come.
In the times following the Second Battle of Hoover Dam, however, old world blues took on a new meaning.
Where once it was viewed as a form of sadness, nostalgia, it became an expression describing the potential for the future.
It can be easy to see science as evil, technology unchecked as the source of all ills, all misfortunes.
With the courier at the helm, science became a beacon for the future. There was old world blues, and new world hope. And hope ruled the day at Big Mountain.
We could say more, but the stories in the Big Empty speak for themselves. Now armed with the transportal Ponder, the courier could return to the dome at any time and crack open the secrets of the Big Empty one by one. The Sync sat vigilant, waiting for its master to return, shoes covered in Mojave dust. Only one road yet remained, and it was one the courier had to walk alone. Huzzah, sir! Huzzah! Huzzah, sir!
Ooh.